Good morning. Welcome everyone. Thank you for coming. Before we start, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of this land on which we are meeting. I pay my respects to their elders past and present and the elders from other communities who may be here today. We are meeting to discuss the evaluation proposal for the Norseman Dundas Early Learning Project and to describe the evaluation methods to ensure the benefits of the project will substantiate the amount of the funds being provided. Today is another step to justify the reliability of the program to secure potential funds needed. I would like to say a big thank you to the Board of Executives from the West Australian Country Health Service WACS for coming today. They are our main potential funding body for this project and their support is paramount for the successful initiation of the project. Thanks also to our other key stakeholders within the Norseman community for attending. The support from the school, shire, WACS staff and local parents for this project is spectacular and I can already feel the excitement building for us to all make some sustainable changes within this great community. As most of you know, I'm Jane Hopkins and I'm the Health Service Manager for the Goldfields Esperance region. As you all know, the overall goal of this project is to improve the community's independence in the Norseman Dundas area in facilitating early childhood development and enabling children to achieve early developmental milestones necessary to enhance learning outcomes within their primary school years. Smaller objectives within this is the education objective to develop and implement an education package for families on the importance of early learning with an 80% increase in consumer knowledge on the importance of the skills utilised to increase learning and development opportunities for children between the ages of 0 to 6 by July 2016. The pool objective is to have the Norseman pool open by September 2016 with a 50% increase of community and school water-based activities by December 2017. This leads on to the evaluation questions which we will ask. The major questions during the evaluation will be, has the community in the Norseman Dundas area had improved early learning outcomes for children aged 0 to 6? Do parents have a better understanding of the learning and developmental requirements for their children aged 0 to 6 and the impact that this learning has on their child's future development in their primary school years? Has the opening of the pool increased community-based activities for families and school-based outings? The project will be taking on a developmental approach to evaluation. The reason being that this perspective focuses on consumer experience and also helps the consumers to develop further through self-reflection. The developmental approach will give a holistic view to assist in the evaluation of the interventions. This approach will also be forgiving if any changes are made during the implementation and monitoring stages, which are essential for the success of the project. Downfalls of this approach means that there is a larger time requirement to complete evaluations and lengthy amounts of administrative work to enable results to be reader-friendly. The evaluations will be so specific to the Norseman area that time will be needed to make evaluations before implementing them. There will be measures in place for overall results, as well as the smaller goals to ensure we are able to determine overall positive or negative change. The evaluation designs will be used through this project will be a mix of descriptive and before-after comparisons. Descriptive will be run concurrently and retrospectively with qualitative surveys on target audience experience. The groups run will have evaluation forms for people to record their opinions of the sessions and the perceived benefits of attending. They will also be able to provide feedback on how to improve the service. Before and after comparisons will be used for comparison of the NAPLAN results, paediatric assessments and adult assessments before and after education sessions. Data will be collected prior to initiation of the program. Follow-up data will be collected towards the end to measure the change between the before and after. Data gathering methods and timelines will have the overall program key performance indicators through the NAPLAN results compared over 3-year milestone, the comparison of the Miller Function and Participation Scale MFUN assessment for children within the program. 4 months will be provided at the start for assessment completion and 4 months at the end. The education objective will have comparisons of parent consumer questionnaires and assessments, and the pool objective will have the opening of the pool by September 2016 and attendance numbers measured on a weekly basis by the pool manager to assist with record keeping, and events being run by WACS will have data gathered throughout the events. The Shire Office and pool manager will also assist in record keeping of school visits and other community events. All data recorded will be grouped into quarterly measures, and final report will be written post completion of the program in 2017 to be given out to our funding sources and also the community. The resources required for this evaluation is within the total budget of $225,000. We'll have a 25% of that for evaluation, so $62,500. So this will be covering activities and other general resources. So human resources not included in the budget is the external evaluator to be sourced to train and educate on the specific collection of data to complete the final analysis. WAC staff and volunteer committees for the pool will help in the data collection process, and technical resources such as computers and office equipment for the pool office for the logging of events to enable easy communication with WAC staff and project staff will be included within this budget. Material resources such as the MFUN assessment and the required assessment sheets, the printing of stationery resources, and also for the adult knowledge assessments, and also for the sessions. So physical resources will be the assessment rooms and meeting rooms where the evaluation and assessments will occur. Some barriers for this project evaluation include technological, so limited IT resources in the community-run centres and limited community stakeholders with the necessary skills to run evaluation programs is one of these barriers. Multiple technological changes such as telehealth and system changes have the potential to confuse and decrease member motivation. Economic trends within the town, with the shutting down of the mine and the general decline in population, has a transient community, meaning if people leave during the implementation stage, evaluation results will then be affected for the final evaluation. Political barriers include the expectations that individuals might have on the program may be too little, which decrease motivation. Alternatively, expectations may be too great, causing disappointment at the end of the implementation stage. While we are aiming for change, until implemented, we are unable to determine the extent at which we will enable positive change. Practical barriers include a large time and administrative duties required for the success of the evaluation. There's potential for the evaluation to shape results, so we need to, if it was based purely on self-reports. Data will also be gathered through the assessments process to help reduce this. Ethical considerations we have made is to ensure that when people are completing the evaluation questionnaire, that they have informed consent that their answers will be used for the evaluation process. Also, informed consent is needed from parents for the child assessments before and after the project implementation. The presentation of findings will need to be an accurate measure, so ensuring that we don't succumb to pressures from the target group or funding provider. So we're needing to report in a true and accurate manner. Strategies for maximising the utilisation of the evaluation. As many studies find, initiating the evaluations from the start enables not only better recording and evaluation outcomes, it can set a routine, which is easier to follow as it has been implemented from the first day of the project, ensuring that the evaluation is a natural part of the project process. Further enablement of the project evaluation will be made through ensuring all communication lines between project management, key stakeholders and consumers are upheld. We will focus on building trust and credibility between all involved so that concerns can be voiced early and action can be taken to control issues that arise. Processes will be written and presented in a clear manner to allow for optimal understanding and therefore implementation of evaluation techniques. Weaknesses of the proposal include the time and administrative requirements already covered, the limited face-to-face availability of the WAC staff, and also the specificity of the evaluation, meaning that it's not transferable for use within other programs. This, however, can be seen as a strength, as it means that the project is entirely personalised to the Norseman community and based on their values, enabling better community support and involvement. The strong support of financial resources ensure appropriate communication pathways can be maintained as we can overcome the technological barriers. we want to have the guidance from WAC staff and maintain that support for community members. The mix of descriptive and before-after designs will assist with reducing results bias, and the developmental perspective allows for a change in evaluation and interventions during the associated stages. In conclusion, given the discussed information and the obvious community support here today, I recommend that the Norseman Dundas Early Learning Project should be supported to move to the next phase. Obviously, further planning and evaluation needs to occur to appropriately ensure that this project will be successful for the benefit of the community and staff and funding providers involved. However, given the successful implementation of projects similar to this in remote Australia, we certainly have the potential to add significant value to the Norseman Dundas community and their future. Thank you for listening. Is there any questions?